I become a little too shy for love? I've been hurt before, all's fair in love and war. So I snuggle up close to the shell I'm living in, and if I let you in, another round begins. No, I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. Maybe this is right, but I'm still staring at your silhouette. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side.
Should I be scared? The feeling's so different now. You got me floating here, a feather in the air. Oh, but when the wind blows, will I tumble?
Welcome to the very first episode of the Meet a Member podcast brought to you by Team Caladrius. My name is Yanabells. Co-hosting with me is PineappleSammich, and today we've got our guest star, Momo, or AB as people have been calling her now. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yanabells. Hi, PineappleSammich. So thank you for that lovely introduction. A little bit about myself. I am a half Mexican, half Chinese streamer. So there's a lot of Spanish. There's a lot of cursing in my streams. Because it's just like the stress level gets too high sometimes. I do consider myself a variety streamer. I have been literally streaming everything that I can think of. I went from Among Us. Well, actually, the very first game that I started streaming was Ghost of Tsushima. Then Among Us. Then I've played Osu. I've played. Oh God, what else have I played? Batman. I still need to finish Batman, by the way. But Batman and I are going through a little bit of a breakup. A break because I watched the Snyder Cut film and I'm just kind of like, what? um and I'm starting to get into first player shooters, so I've been dabbling with Warzone and Rogue Company.
So, I've actually watched some of your Batman videos before, and it was just so funny to like watch you panic.
I panic all the time, literally all the time. It's just like the game is so much fun to play, but it's all about timing. So if you don't have your timing right, you kind of just get hit all the time. And I'm playing on the hard mode. I like to play my games all hard mode for even if it's the first time playing. And it was tricky because I went from Ghost of Tsushima, which has very different control system, to Batman, and it's just I'm all over the place.
So what actually got you into streaming? Like what just made you want to get into this field?
Sure. So the pandemic hit. I was no longer working. I was working in corporate America, but the pandemic hit, and one thing led to another, and I was not working. I was one of the lucky few to get Final Fantasy uh 7 remake on time, and I had my PS4. I was like, you know what? Let me just start playing it. So I started playing it, and a lot of my friends would come in and ask me to watch me play the game, right? Still never got my Final Fantasy 7. Hi, Benny. Hi, Lord. So I kind of just, started playing with them, and they were like, "You're really good. Like, you're really good at gaming. They were like, we didn't think you were this good." And I'm like, "Thanks." They're like, "You don't suck." So I was like, "Okay, I take that as a win." Um, so that kind of started getting me comfortable with people watching me while I play. And at the same time, my friend was starting her Etsy store. So she was, always the one behind me telling me, you enjoy what people watching you play, just start streaming. And it was always in the back of my mind, like, why don't I do this? I've been told by a lot of people, they're like, you should do it. It's you are a decent gamer, you have a quirky personality, and you're a girl. And I was like, okay. um so yeah, I want to say it's those two combinations. My friend starting her Etsy store, her just basically just pushing me and telling me, just do it. Like, if nothing comes out of it, you don't lose any money. Like, just do it. I just had to buy one camera, right? So I was like, okay. And then Final Fantasy was really the one that was like, okay, I'm gonna try.
Yeah. So, like, when you first got into it, I'm sure there was like a lot of anxiety that came with it. What do you think was the biggest struggle for you when you started out?
Oof, communication. So I don't know about you guys, but it may not seem like it, but I am a very shy person. And I
That's
am
surprising.
it it is and it isn't. It's because I streaming has given me so much, has boosted my confidence, and I feel like my communication skills have gotten better from streaming. But prior to that, I am very self-conscious about my accent. So there's a lot of times where, I will double think what I say, and I try to make sure that what I say makes sense in English, because I feel like sometimes I don't speak English and I don't speak Spanish. I think it's like blah. So I was
Gibberish.
very scared. Yeah, I was very scared, opening up myself to that criticism of, oh, you're not that doesn't exist, that word doesn't exist, or what you're saying doesn't make sense. So it was that. I think the biggest struggle for me was communicating to people. So I was used to be very quiet on my streams. I wouldn't talk unless somebody talked to me. And I obviously, there were streamer coaches that I was watching, and they're like, you kind of just have to monologue.
Mhm.
And I started taking notes on my streams. That's one thing that I always did as a beginner. I would just watch my streams over and over and see where I could improve. And I needed to improve a lot on the communication area because I was very quiet. I was a very quiet streamer.
When do you feel like you like overcame that? Like, when did you start to? Did you ever have that kind of breakthrough moment where it's like, hey, like I'm actually starting to get through this. This is, Did you have like a success moment?
Yeah, I mean, success, I'm still working on it. I feel like as a in terms of public speaking, my public speaking has gotten a lot better. I think it was when I started to hit, I think when I hit affiliate, I think that's when I can say I started feeling more comfortable. Um, because prior to affiliate, I was just kind of, again, I was very quiet. I think I didn't meet you guys by then either. So, you know, yeah, I met PineappleSammich when I had my equipment, and I believe that when I hit affiliate, I had just gotten my equipment, right, Sammich?
Yeah.
Sammy?
I mean, you have a camera and you had pretty good lighting. You had a headset
Yeah.
mic.
Yes. The infamous headset mic.
The one that
You
kept
know, without
dying
you,
on
I
you.
would have probably not gotten a mic till now.
Yeah. I mean, that headset mic kept dying on you.
It did, right? I mean, sound just hates me. One thing I have not overcome as a streamer is sound. I just can't get it. Sound is the vein of my existence.
I feel like that's technology in general. Like, technology, anything could go wrong at any time, and you don't know why.
Yes. And you're kind of just scrambling, like, oh my god, is it working? Yes. You feel so proud of you. You're like, yeah, it's working.
Or when it works first try, like, that's the best feeling ever.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Or even when you don't know what you did, and you kind of just like repeat all the same mistakes that you did, or like the same steps, and then you get it to work again, and you're like, okay, I guess this is the right way to fix it now. Still don't get what you did.
I'm like trying to think of like another question. Pineapple.
No, no. I mean, Sammich, what's one of the most recent technical difficulties that you've experienced in Yanabells? You're an amazing editor. What about yourself?
Oh my
Tristan, you want to go
goodness.
first?
I can. I mean, when it comes to technical difficulties for me, actually, a lot of people don't realize I started editing on like this. I started editing on my phone, and it was absolutely awful. It was just garbage. But eventually, I got a laptop, and the laptop was like a cheap like $200 laptop that I was like trying to force a cracked version of Sony Vegas to like run on it, and it just hated life. Like any little edit I would do, it was just like not having it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. And then eventually I got a better laptop because like I still was trying to figure out if I wanted to like where my station was going to be. I didn't have a desk, I didn't have anything, so I was like editing videos on my bed on a laptop. Like but then I got a tablet. I got a tablet, which like a drawing tablet, before I got a PC. And so when I would hook it up to my computer, so that's when I really started getting into like After Effects. So I could like draw like motion graphics, like what we've got for our overlay and stuff like that. And it killed my laptop. Straight up killed it. Like the monitor, like it would run, but the monitor would just like glitch out and like nothing was running on it anymore. I just completely fried that laptop.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is that when your laptop broke?
Mm-hmm.
Remember? Yeah. Oh my god, holy.
Yeah,
I remember that weekend.
Yeah, that wasn't even, I mean, I guess it was like a year ago that my laptop just decided to give up on life, and I was like, oh no, I guess I need like a real PC now.
Now you need it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had to drop money on a PC, but I don't know anything about PCs. I don't know anything about like streaming or PCs or like any like technology, like hardware stuff. So I was like asking Cup to help me out and like Tech to help me out. It just, and even that was like before, because I don't remember when I met Pineapple, but it was like
January last year.
Yeah, so you showed up right after I bought, or right while I was buying for that PC. And I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, help.
Also, your computer has broken several times, because remember, I thought you were talking about that time, but if you hadn't even met Pineapple.
Oh, yeah, this PC, so I got it pre-built because there's no way I could build a PC. There's absolutely no way. So I got it pre-built, and I'm not even gonna try to explain because I know I'm gonna botch it. But basically, I know it was like a SATO port or something like that. But oh, there's Cup.
Get out of here.
This is a girls only stream, all right?
Oh.
You're not a girl.
Not a girl. Well, it's debatable.
That's debatable.
But like they put it like, I don't know, they like installed it wrong, and so it was writing constantly to this M.2 drive, and it just completely corrupted it. It was just done. But then I had to get that replaced. So it's been a journey with technical issues since the beginning.
like everyone, right?
Yeah, like everyone.
Sammy.
Yeah.
I mean, I started from a PS4, so lots of technical issues from there. But I mean, my most recent technical issue that I'm still trying to figure out actually is, for some reason, it's an audio issue. For some reason, there's like this whining sound every time I open OBS, and it's only when I open OBS, and I don't know how to get rid of it. So every time I'm streaming, I'm always having like something on in the background to kind of like make the sound go away so no one notices it. But yeah, that's my most recent technical issue. But I mean, before I got this mic, I had a Blue Yeti that was broken. I dropped it one too many times.
You dropped your Blue Yeti? Holy shit. Oops.
Oh,
Uh,
it's okay.
oh, there it is. Yeah, I dropped it a
I
few.
will keep I will keep 0. I will keep it friendly. I was so shocked that you dropped your Yeti that it came out.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have like a boom arm for it. It was just like on my desk.
Ah,
And I'm not the. I'm pretty clumsy, so things happen, and
this
I
is why
move
we're
it.
friends.
I move it, and it drops, and I'm like, well, yeah. And so like it became to a point where every time I would talk, there would be like static. Uh, and that was fun.
Oh no.
So I went from a broken Blue Yeti to a Shure SM7B.
I love your mic.
I love my
Absolutely
mic
love it.
too.
Yeah, your mic is crispy. I've got like this
Crispy.
little like snowball. I don't know if I can bring that up. I know it's awful.
Snowball.
It's like $30 from Walmart. Like good to go.
It does the job.
If Mira
Yeah.
was here, she'd be like, "What's wrong with a snowball?"
What's your beef, Sammy?
I mean, I had a snowball
Mhm.
that my parents use whenever they don't have a mic now.
So crazy how everybody in the world has streaming equipment now.
Yeah, it's like
They have to, I mean,
commonplace.
like they have to, right?
Thanks, COVID.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Like the era of Zoom.
Yes.
Yeah, like everyone needs like a webcam and a mic now, and it's like, already had it.
Yeah, good to go.
I was ready.
I
That's
was
like one of the
ready.
things. It's one of the things that I've noticed kind of like set me apart because I'm in college right now, and so like we'll have these Zoom calls, and you've got people with like the laptop cameras, and it's like in their face like this, and I've got like a setup, and my setup's not even the most professional, but it's like there's a distinct difference just because I've got like an actual camera.
My
I agree.
aunt does that. Like every time, like every Sunday, they always do like a family meeting or whatever to kind of keep that like interaction with like COVID and everything. And my aunt, every time she has it set up, her and my grandpa's camera, we just see their heads, and we're like, why? Just like tilt it down a bit. Like I want to go over there, like drive the 15 minutes, go over there and fix her camera for her, and then leave.
Oh my goodness. That's so funny.
Stop that. Get some help.
That's
Stop it.
actually, it's funny that you guys say that because that I actually struggled so much getting my equipment because there was a shortage on everything. Like getting the camera that I have is the Logitech C922, I believe. 922. So there's a 920 that everybody says, oh, you know, like it's still a really good webcam, but
I
if
had it.
you have a little bit of more money, you know, like disposable income, get the C922, right? It was sold out everywhere, and nowhere had an idea of when they would restock. It was just like, we'll let you know when we restock. So I went to, oh, what is that website called? That it's like, darn, hold on, let me try to find out. So I got it from a website, and I overspent. Like
Oh,
the camera was so, hold on, C9.
Amazon.
Oh, Newegg. It was a Newegg. So I
Newegg.
had it because yeah, so Newegg, you know, can get very expensive because of the fees, the taxes, and just like all the fees. Yes, Newegg. So I had to get the version that doesn't come with the stand, which is, I guess, just for like marketing purposes. It's just a webcam itself. So I got it, and it took forever to get to my house. And when I finally got it, it was like a Chinese, like the box was in Chinese. So I was like, oh my God, I got a fake camera.
Oh,
I was so scared because I spent so much on the camera, and I was like, holy, what am I gonna do? You know, I don't think this is gonna work. And then I realized that not only is this camera Chinese, but it's the version that comes with the mount. So I got the better camera,
Oh, nice.
just a Chinese version of it. I guess because they were, that's why it took so long, because I don't know, I don't mind it that it was the camera was, it was Logitech. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I guess it was like a Chinese version of like sold in China, so that's why the box came in Chinese. I was like, I don't think this box is supposed to come in Chinese. And everyone started laughing. They're like, "Yeah, you probably got it fake." And I'm like, "No." And look, my camera works great, so
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm okay there.
Yeah.
Um, and then it was a whole different. The lights were, I think, the easiest thing to get. The mic I didn't get because obviously I had other financial priorities, and I got my second monitor because I couldn't stream with my laptop.
Mm.
And I know that when I started using my laptop, the quality wasn't good. Like the quality of my stream wasn't good. And I had known that this was coming, that I would have to get a computer. And just like you, Yanabells, I was like scrambling to figure out what computer to get. I didn't know because all my friends are gamers, so they were more focused on the gaming aspect. And then I would show them one, and they're like, "Yeah, but it's not good. Don't get a pre built." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "There's a shortage in parts. There's no way I can physically wait for every part to come to build a computer." And I don't know how to build a computer, so I was like, I'm just gonna buy a pre-built. Went to Best Buy, got my pre-built, and I love it. I absolutely love my PC. I think it's like a really good computer. Like I've been able to do everything with it, running multiple, programs, and
Yeah.
just just got great.
Yeah, I that was like one of the things that there was like a lot of stigma, I guess, around getting a pre-built. Where it's like, oh no, just build it yourself. It's almost like elitism, like when it comes
Yes.
to PC people, like they're like, you have to build it yourself or it's not real.
Yes, yes. But then you're sitting here with like, but if it does the same thing, why not?
Do you think that you'll ever like try to upgrade it on your own? Like, do you think that's ever something that you could see yourself doing in the future?
So I will have to eventually upgrade this computer. I think I forget what it is that you are gonna have to switch out maybe like in 3 years.
Hmm.
But I'm the type of person that I don't know. My cousin, who's essentially my brother, he built a computer himself. And I just remember, I think the fan was too small or it wasn't enough. And I just remember him playing with a fan next to his computer so it wouldn't overheat. Uh, and I remember him spending all that money for a computer that he eventually had to buy again.
Oh man.
So I've been kind of put off by building my own computer, and I also saw Henry Cavill build his own computer that took him like almost 2 days, and I was like, I don't know that I have the patience to do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll be very honest. I don't know that I have the patience to do that. I
Wait,
would love if somebody could help me build one, but I
yeah.
personally don't think I have the patience,
Did
nor
you
the knowledge to.
Yeah. Did you see like where Scans was building his PC? Like the escapade that he went through trying to put together his PC. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, they are stressful. No,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I saw that video of Henry, and I was like, that man has literally been at it for almost 2 days. I'm good. I mean, it was hot watching him, but I was just like, no, I think I'll pass. For sure, went through a lot of fear on that damn thing. Yeah, because you spend so much money on the pieces, and then for it to, all of a sudden not work, that's not I
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's rough. What do you think if, PC aside, right? Like what do you think will be your next upgrade? Like do you have like a plan or do you know what you want next?
Yes. So there's like two things that I actually have them already, but I love my setup so much that I don't know that I want to change it.
Mhm.
I have lights. I do need a quieter keyboard because I've been told that it sounds like I'm smashing my keyboard. You guys heard me type
Yeah,
before.
it is pretty loud. Yeah.
Yeah, so I do want a better keyboard, and I do have lights, but I don't know who I was talking to today, and they're like, "Oh, what's a good good lighting?" So I'm like, "Ooh, maybe I should get the Elgato lights."
I
Oh,
have the
I know.
Elgato lights.
You do? I mean, they're great.
It's great.
I know they are amazing.
I
Your
mean-
lighting is super on point.
I mean, if I want to get technical, I can easily change the brightness with just a knob. That's ooh.
Blinding.
Ooh, ooh.
Ooh, no. Or the color temperature. If I want to go all orange,
Nice.
it's nice. It's really nice.
I love that. See, I would love that. Mine is just kind of buttons. So I have this, which blinds me. Yeah, how bright that is. And then you can go lighter. I mean brighter. And then you look at how bright these lights. I mean, my lights are amazing.
Please don't blind yourself.
I know.
I am blind right now.
Also, I don't know if you have a Stream Deck, Momo.
I do.
You do. So if
I
you
do.
get a Elgato key light, you can actually program one of your buttons to turn on and off your light, which is pretty nice.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
pretty nice. I love
Yeah,
it.
I don't use my Stream Deck as much as I thought I would.
Oh.
Isn't that
Wow.
interesting?
That hurt my soul.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
if
use my Elgato to mute myself, and I think it's such a shame.
Like you don't even have like a clip button or anything that you.
I do, but I don't even use it. Like it's all set up. I just don't use it.
That's crazy.
I know I'm probably the worst streamer in the world for that.
Oh wow.
Can you send a link to the light at Team Caladrius?
The Elgato key light scans?
Mine are super inexpensive compared to the Elgato because the Elgato are like $200 with after all said and done with like the mounts and everything, right? And then mine was like $54.
I don't even remember how expensive my light was.
We don't talk about my lighting, so.
But it's great. It's so natural. Your
Oh my
skin
God.
glows, so
Oh man,
it's great.
You should have seen the struggle before you got here.
it's literally, you know, like those like lamp lights that you get at like Walmart that are like the three, like you can get them for like $10. It's just a stand. Because I live in a really old house. It was built in the 50s, and there's like no overhead lighting. So I have just like these lamps everywhere, and I'm super super white. Like I go outside and I blind people kind of white. So having that light on, the camera and I were not getting along. I actually had to turn the exposure on my camera like way down so that because this side of my face was just white.
Oh my god.
It was bad.
Well, you look
See,
great right now, so whatever you did is working.
Thank you.
It
was a struggle.
It was like a 30-minute struggle.
Oh yeah, and like I have a light like in the hallway to kind of like help balance out and like give things an even. Oh my god, it was.
Yeah,
it's
Kristen
insane.
was just like, should I have this light here? Should I have this light here? Should I put it outside?
Yeah, like should I have them off? And then like that was worse because it was just like.
Technician.
Oh no,
It was
a
great.
struggle.
It was fun to watch. I mean,
Yeah, well, that was the thing too, because I was like messing with all the settings on my camera to try to like help even things out, and she's like, "Man, we should have just added this to the stream." Like,
just watch the struggle. Have a little blooper section.
Oh
my
man,
God.
I wish I had seen that.
Yeah, the struggle was real.
Struggle's
Oh,
real.
But I'm sure it was fun. My webcam has a ring light.
Oh, nice.
See, for me, those are good, but I feel like it's, at least personally for me and the effect that I wanted, I wanted more out of it, right? So those are not bad though. Those
Yeah.
are not bad.
As a content creator, it definitely depends on what you're going for. Like for me,
Yeah, like that aesthetic.
sometimes I'm looking straight into my camera and I don't want to be staring into a light.
Yeah.
Oh, pain. Have you
Yeah.
seen like there's those ring lights that are like shaped like hearts or like stars, so like the glow in your eyes are like different shapes. I think those are kind of cool. Yeah, the first one I saw was a heart one on TikTok. I was just scrolling and it was I thought it was really cool. I was like, wow, that's kind of unique. If you're gonna use a ring light, you can have like shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely for the ones that. Do you guys go like on Instagram and just look at setups? Like that's what I do in my spare time. I look at people's setups because eventually when I move out of where I'm currently at, I already have an idea of how I want my my streaming space to look. Like I want a huge bookcase. I want a bigger bookcase. So I want an even bigger bookcase. I want to get more manga. I want to have a place where I can put like my Funko Pops, my artwork. I have so much artwork that I just want to be able to share with people. But
Yeah.
I I don't know, and I think my next big purchase will be a better camera. So I think it'll be like a DLSR. Am I saying it
DSLR.
right? Yeah, so I think my next big purchase is moving away from this, getting a DLSR, and then using this maybe as like my pet cam. Because I've been dying. So I tried adding a pet cam to my stream, and that didn't work out. So now
Oh.
I'm like, should I buy another webcam or should I just wait to save for a bigger camera, like a good camera, and then instead of buying like a webcam now and then later buying a camera, like I was like, I might as well just wait.
Yeah, I mean, with DSLRs, I gotta say that I just love the quality of them so much. Like, yeah, it's expensive. Like, the one that I have was like $700
Yeah.
for 1080p, 60 frames per second. So it's pretty expensive, but I don't regret it. I mean, it looks great, except for
It
this
does.
flickering, but it looks great.
I don't know. I think
Is
the
that because of your lights?
What?
Is the flickering because of your lights though?
Yeah, there's a technical reason why that happens, but
frequency or whatever.
yeah, like
I think it looks cool though.
yeah, well, so if I'm gonna get technical, lights constantly turn on and off, but it's so fast that the human eye can't see it. However, if that flickering is not the same speed as a shutter speed on a camera, then you'll see the flickering because like they're happening at different times.
I see.
Yeah, so that's why that happens. That happens.
And this is also why she's the stream manager.
I know. The technical difficulties, definitely reach out to PineappleSammich for answers. She'll give you answers. I will wing it. I will be like, well, I could try to help you. We can do this. And then, I forgot who I did this with. It was one of the team members. I think he was just starting. It was I really can't remember. It might have been I have to look at his name. I'm so bad with names. And literally we got on a Zoom and we were just like, not a Zoom, a Discord video chat, and we were just trying to figure out how he could share his screen because his capture card or whatever was not working. So that's just me winging it. I wing, fake it till you make it, right?
Right.
I mean, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't touch the technical stuff. Like, nope, not for me. I don't know what's
Well,
going
we
on.
do have tech for that too. Yeah, tech is a great help for them.
Yeah, he is. Oh my gosh, he's a coding genius.
He is extremely smart.
Tech helped me build my PC.
He did?
I had no idea what I was doing, and he was walking me through it on Discord.
How long did that take?
An hour.
An hour to build a computer?
Well, it wasn't like the full computer. It was just like certain upgrades.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, holy.
Yeah.
So, because somebody else, Bakabeni said it took him 4+ hours with his friend, also video calling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no way
there were certain things that I was like afraid I was gonna break, and he's like, "You're not gonna break it, just
Yeah.
say." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, he's so gentle about it too, because he's the one that helped me like change my M.2 drive, and I was like, it's because it's like so it looks like a flattened USB,
That
and
was
he's
one of
like,
the
you're gonna be,
things.
yeah, he's like, you're gonna be fine. I'm like, no. I'm so afraid it's just gonna snap.
Yeah, because when you like
Like,
push
am I
it
really?
down, you're just like, is it gonna just like snap in half?
Oh my god. Again, this is why I don't know that I could do it. I am
Mhm.
so paranoid for that.
Yeah, it's stressful.
Super stressful. Um, somebody from chat did ask me a really interesting question. What's my next goals and aspirations within the coming months?
Mm.
Um, so I don't know about as a streamer, I have, I see streaming like a campaign. I am marketing and campaigning for myself, right? So I have certain goals that I have. Now, how to get there, that is the bigger question, right? So I do want to a TikTok, and I do want to have more YouTube content. And I have so many YouTube, I have so much content for YouTube. I just don't know how to edit. And then I see Yanabells, and then I see what Black Rio are doing. And I kind of just say to myself, like, I don't know, I'm like really good at coming up with ideas when it comes to videos. Now, editing, I think is always, it's like design, right? I'm
Mhm.
working with a designer for my merch, and I have all these great ideas, but I will never be able to execute them because I just don't think I have it in me to edit. Um, so I want, my next step would be to get more YouTube content. I know Yanabel's like, we as Team Caladrius, when we had when we were all very packed, we had spoken about getting some tutorial videos up, and in the
Mhm.
back of my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna get those done. Like, I swear I'm gonna get them done one day. And content like that, I kind of just want to also create, because like the Bikobot, or just the one that I picked up that I really wanted, like, how do you handle negative comments?
Mhm.
And there's just like so much that I feel like I could use. Especially, there's one video I think I told you a long time ago that I've wanted to create, that video of like my journey, at least of what it was when I was started streaming and where I am now. So I really want YouTube content. I kind of know, I already have a few videos on TikTok saved. The problem is I don't know how to add subtitles. Like, the silliest thing stopped me. I don't know how to add subtitles. So I tried my dog. I tried doing what is this thing called? This program is called, yeah, I don't even know the name. Cyberlink Power.
Mm.
So it's called Cyberlink Power Director. That's a video editing tool that I really tried putting subtitles, and I said, I can't do this. Let me try on phone. So I tried sending the video from my computer to my phone, and I still couldn't do it. And I just kind of just threw everything out to the
Oh
window. I'm like,
no.
I can't do TikTok. I'm done. Um, and I want to see a lot of those. Ugh. So that's where I'm at with those two projects. I am working on merch, but other than that, is just YouTube and TikTok are like my main priorities after this. I feel like I've added in cool enough elements in my stream. I do want to add more elements to it. I'm like, I want to be able to get a hype video, when people are coming into the channel. I want to get a trailer, so when they raid me, I don't, it would just be more of a hype to show them that trailer than me, giving them an explanation of who I am. Obviously I would still, but it's just that video I think would really complete it. When, like, gifted subs, I want to have more there. I just want to have more hype around my video, my stream. because I do think I have added like some memes. I might add a few more memes, but you know, I don't want to add too many memes because I'm just not meme. I'm not the meme queen. I'll add more anime stuff. But that's where I'm
Yeah.
at.
Do you have for your phone? Do you have Apple or Android?
So tomorrow, if my plans fall through, I want to go to the phone store. I do have Android, but I think TikTok is easier on on an iPhone.
It is.
Yeah.
See, yeah, because I have an Android cell phone, but I also have an iPad. And if you switch to iPhone, there is a app. It's literally called Captions for TikTok, and it's like all those TikToks that you see that the words like come up on the screen, like they kind of fade in and out. It does it for you. It auto generates all your subtitles for you. So that would definitely help since you're struggling with those.
Yeah, but you know, I want to make it funny because, you know, I do have my accent, and there's this TikToker that I was following. She's Mexican, and the way she does her, you know, like when she talks, she obviously types out the message to her accent.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of want to embrace my accent more,
Yeah.
and I want to be able to not make fun of my accent, but you know, I'm sure if I maybe they'll relate to it because that's how, like, you know, we talk. So
Yeah.
I kind of want to do that, but I think I'm just gonna do that. I think you're right. I think I'm just gonna do the capture thing for now because I just can't. I
Or
can't with the subtitle.
well, you can edit the subtitles too. So like it
Oh, you
gives you
can?
word for word. Yeah, and you can like change it. Actually, I have my iPad right here. I can kind of show you. Can I help you, sir?
How come Pineapple is toxic to me?
I just told you
Because
you were being too loud.
oh, you are too loud.
I forgot to close my door.
Anyways,
I don't
it's
think you can
it's
hear me.
this purple one right here that I'm. It's like
God, can you send me the name? Oh my God,
yeah,
yes.
it's literally called captions for TikTok. Like if you search it,
Okay.
but let me like pull up. So I did the synergy TikTok that posted today, and I listen. I love all of our members equally, but I cannot understand synergy to save my life. Like when he says stuff, it's like every other word that I understand. But I like let it auto generate, and it like didn't make any sense. And I was like, send it. Like we're just gonna send it.
Just let it happen.
But I'm trying to get it to just open up.
When you made my clip from Outlast that your like editor gave up on making sense of this, I died. I was like, oh my
Like,
God, Yanabells, what am I putting you through? Because I feel like you probably went back to it like 20,000 times to try to
yeah.
come close to it, and you're like, I can't. This is not English. You're probably
Yeah,
like, this is...
yeah, because I remember like watching it a few times. I was like, she's saying something about walking. Like I don't. And I'm just like, I give up. But yeah, so if you when you have like your video, it like kind of shows you like your subtitles are going whatever, and if you press the edit button, you can kind of see that side there where all those little words are. You can change all of these on the side
God.
to whatever. Yeah, and you can also change the colors. So there's like a little color wheel right there.
I think you just saved me. So I was thinking
Yeah.
of getting an iPad.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love the
Yeah.
iPad that way because like I prefer Android phones like in
Yes.
general because you can do a lot more with them. But this iPad is a lifesaver because then I can use apps from both platforms and not really have to worry about what kind of phone I have.
Yes. So that's so I wasn't sure if I wanted, because I do have an iPad, but it's like my baby. I read a lot on it though, and I know that my iPad will not be able to handle that because it's like so old. It's maybe at this point maybe almost 10 years old. I got it when I was in college. No, so it's like 7.
Yeah.
No,
nice.
maybe more. Maybe hitting 10.
I'll put that in the chat for
Yes.
scan since he was looking for it.
Reading words is as difficult as writing words. Yes.
I mean,
Oh my
if we want to
God.
put things in chat for scans, then there's the light as well.
Oh.
Yes, that's the. See, now I went from not wanting anything to wanting everything. Now I need an iPad, a camera, and everything. You know, no, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
no. Oh, well, I heard you didn't have a wish list, so let's get started.
Get some
I
floodlights.
don't. It's I like you see it's because this happens. I kind of just like I'm telling you guys, I wing everything. It may seem like I have it all put together, but I don't. I wing everything. My content. No, and I try to be a little bit more serious about my content
Mhm.
because I do want to, you know, but I there's just something about having something planned, and as a project manager you're like, well, how do you work, you know, like that's your whole life, organizing and moving from one step to another. But when it comes to my, you know, my personal life, I just kind of wing everything. That's AB. If you're wondering who I am, I'm like a winger. I go with the flow.
Yeah, well,
I
I
go
mean,
with the
that
flow.
makes it genuine and makes it so you have a good time. I feel like you can plan the fun out of anything, right? So kind of have to
I
go with
try.
it.
I mean, it's been awesome getting to know you guys. I have definitely, the team has definitely, you know, we this weekend, not this weekend, this past few days, I was thinking a lot about what I wanted to say about Team Caladrius, you know, for our video, and I kind of just said, you know, I'm gonna sit down. I'm planning too much. It doesn't sound like me. And when I said it, literally, I just spoke from my heart. And getting to know you guys, have like being part of this family, has really gotten me. It has really given me a good guiding light as to what it is a streamer can do. You know, and you know, like I look at PineappleSammich, her quality, her content, her community. I look at Yanabells, as you as a leader and as a director, the way you run the Discord, you know, the way you just the content that you put out there, and I'm like, I'm surrounded by amazing leaders, you know, like amazing female leaders, and I love it. And every day I'm like, this is why I stay. I want to stay here, you know. I I generally think this team is gonna go places. You know, Samich, she's gonna hit partner this year, and I'm gonna
We'll see.
get to be a part of it.
We'll see.
We'll
Definitely.
see.
Gotta get those
100%.
numbers first.
Girl, every time I go to your stream, you're like over 100. Which is,
Okay.
you know,
I mean,
you're
She's
like,
I
okay.
mean, I don't look at my average like on stream, so
yeah.
I'm gonna just take your word for it. I just see what Twitch tells me afterwards, and I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
cool.
That's a good practice to have, though, because whether you have 100 viewers or one, you should still be the same streamer with the same
Exactly.
content.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not only that, like it really feels like if you're looking at your viewership while you're streaming, you could get discouraged because like let's say you have like 10 viewers and it's like the most you've ever had and then it drops to like 5 and you're like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
You don't want that mindset. So it's best to just turn it off so you don't stare at it and then just look at it later.
I actually used to do that a lot, and I think it was because of um it was you and Scooby Drew were talking about that, and I didn't realize how toxic that was for my mental state. And wow, once I switched over to OBS, the stress of streaming has gone away, because I used to be so focused on viewership, and then when you said it, you're like, I don't look at my viewership. I'm at my viewership count. I was like, no way she doesn't. And then I, like, when I tried it, I was like, this is why she doesn't. You know, this is why PineappleSammich doesn't look at the numbers, because you're right, it's like a complete different mindset. It's so toxic seeing your numbers. It's so, thank you for that advice. You know, I'm telling you, you guys, I may not show it, but there's so many little hints here and there that Team Caladrius has helped me as a streamer, that I don't even notice, that I'm just like, let me just try it out, and then I try it and it's much better for me. So nice shirt.
Nice shirt.
Oh,
She does have a nice shirt, yeah.
thanks.
Wait, I want to see it. Let me see. Let's see it.
It's
Let's see it.
Dragon Ball Z,
Oh,
Father Son
that is a very
Kamehameha.
nice shirt.
Yeah. Gotta love it. Gotta love Gohan.
Yes. That's where I fell in love with Gohan actually. That scene,
Father
that
Son
arc.
Kamiya.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice scene.
I have never watched the show, so I'm just gonna sit here in my corner. Like...
But it's okay. I mean, it's just that we bonded over that. Sammy and I, we bonded over that. And when she came into my stream, we stayed up till like 3 o'clock watching the different languages of the Dragon Ball dubbing.
Yeah, you were showing me different characters in Spanish, and I was like, what? Like, no
Yes.
way.
Yes.
Like, I'm
Wait,
only
you watched
used to
it in
English.
You watched it in the Spanish dub?
So I was born in Mexico and I moved to America when I was 9.
Oh.
And I obviously a lot of the anime that I watched was in Spanish. So I didn't even consider it anime because it's not like they had like an anime channel. It was just like in the regular TV. And yeah, I watched Ranma, I watched Sailor Moon, I watched Sakura Card Captors, I watched Dragon Ball. This is all, during the 90s.
Mhm.
And I come to America and they had just gotten Dragon Ball. I was like, wait, what? This has been going around since the 90s. Why is America just getting it now? So I think it's one of the few things that Mexico has gone before America, which I'm very proud to always flaunt because I'm like, I watched it in the 90s. But yeah, so when Sammy and I were bonding, she's like, wait, how do they sound? So I showed her all like how Piccolo sounds, how Goku sounds, how Gohan sounds, the intro that I grew up with because she grew up with a different intro.
Even though I did know that
Um,
intro, just that wasn't our intro.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what's actually funny is I bonded with Scooby with Dragon Ball Z as well.
Really?
Because I raided him one day. Like, I was just celebrating 3,000 follows, playing Among Us with the community, and I decided to raid someone who was also playing Among Us. And so I just found Scooby, and I saw that he had, like, a bunch of, like, Dragon Ball Z Funko Pops in the back, and he, like, had, like, these Goku figures. And I was like, let's just raid this guy, because he has Dragon Ball Z everywhere. And so I did, and him and I really bonded over Dragon Ball Z. And then I convinced him to join the dark side of Team Caladrius. It was my plan all
Not hard to
along.
convince. You were like, do you want to come? And I'm like, do I have to sign a contract? And you're like, no. Do I have to pay? No. Okay.
Is there money?
Yes, it definitely. I gotta look this up. It's so funny, Scans. You probably have a good laugh. Just try dub it, like watching all the dubs. It's free 99. Yes, it's free 99.
$3.99.
Yes. But what about you, Sammy? Like, what are your goals? You know,
Ooh,
your
I mean-
upcoming milestones.
I mean,
Do you have any
partner, if
upcoming
we
milestones?
can. I mean, right now, I just want to finish the challenge I've been working on for like 5 months. Since
True.
December. It's been really, really hard, and like I'm so proud of her, but Mira just passed my personal best in the challenge, and I'm like,
No way.
good for you, girl. Like I hope I could get past that. But yeah, she I don't know. I just hope partnership, maybe more emotes to give to the community. But as for something big, just working on team stuff. I mean, that's what I do in my free time, looking for more streamers, and we're actually putting together a editing team, so not only one person is doing everything. So that's gonna be Kristen, Black Ryu, and me. So I will be involved with that as well. So a lot of background stuff that a lot of people won't see.
I love it, right? Well, most people don't see the background stuff. They just see the results.
Mm-hmm.
And, getting to those results, I think, is what makes streaming interesting. And I don't know about you guys, but I love just sitting and thinking of new ways to just, make things like edit. or like what kind of content to put out there, you know? Like I literally that's my favorite part about being a streamer, thinking of ways to not get my content to stay for it not to stay stale. I don't have a challenge like you, Sammy, so I have to constantly be like, what else? What can I do today? Because I'm like, oh my god, like I said, I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place.
Yeah,
Well,
people have asked me what I want to do after the challenge, and I'm like, I don't know, because like in my mind, I'm like, do I want to do like no weapons? Do I want to? Well, no, not no weapons, but like no
God.
guns, like so I only have to do like throw bows and like bow and stuff, or do I want to do like no crafting, no healing, and then I don't know if you saw my Instagram, but I posted this pretty cool thing I did in the game with the Benny Hill theme song.
Yeah, but I'll probably see it right after this.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool, and it's like a speedrun strat, and I pulled it off like first try, which is pretty impressive. And someone who also does like speedruns, I'm like, I just did this, like look at it, and he's like, that was amazing. And so I think he expects me to start doing speedruns, and I've never speedrun anything before, so I don't know.
Well, speaking of challenges, as we're coming here to the hour, we do have a challenge for you, AB.
Oh,
So, so we're gonna try this with as the podcast series progresses until we have a new season. But what we're gonna do, you're gonna have 2 minutes, and I'm going to try to ask you as many questions as I can. You want to answer as many of these questions as you can. You know, however many you can. There's no right or wrong. It's questions about you. But however many you can answer, that'll be your number. And so the next person that we interview on our podcast, that's going to be the number to beat.
okay.
So, and they're just simple questions for the most part. It's just, you know, this or that, or favorite or least favorite kind of stuff. So,
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready, guys.
All right, and go.
Least favorite book,
50 Shades of Grey.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Do you believe in fate?
Yes.
Dream job?
Creating creator commercials for studios, movie studios.
Favorite game?
Kingdom Hearts.
Name one of the 7 dwarves.
Anger.
What is your favorite feature?
My
Of,
favorite what?
Like what's your best feature?
My eyes.
Say a word in Spanish.
Hijo de su mai.
Morning or night person?
Night.
First celebrity crush?
Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, the Spanish came out.
Last song that you listened to?
Body yaddy 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 yaddy.
Favorite season?
Fall.
Name a Pokemon.
Squirtle.
Guilty pleasure?
Reading smut.
Favorite type of music?
Rock and roll. Alternative.
Nice. Name a vegetable.
Broccoli.
Name a phobia.
Spiders.
A nickname that your parents used to call you.
Xiaomeng.
Invisibility or super strength.
Invisibility.
M&Ms or Skittles.
M&Ms.
Do you think rats are cute?
Rats? Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your greatest inspiration?
Ichiro Oda, the creator of One Piece.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Would you rather cuddle with a baby panda or a baby penguin?
Panda.
Name a pet peeve.
Chewing with your mouth open.
Time.
That's the time. Wow.
26.
26. Dang, killing it. Angry.
Eh.
Is angry a 7 dwarf? One of the 7
No.
dwarfs? I don't think so. It's grumpy, right?
Grumpy.
Grumpy.
I mean, I counted it because I was like, it's kind of right.
Yeah.
He's based on he's the sin, right? He's the anger sin. I was like thinking of the sin. I'm like, I don't remember his name. I remember the sin that he's based on.
Oh, that's
man.
great. That was good. You did really well.
Thank you. That was fun. Sora's choking. I'm like, are you okay?
Sorry.
Oh,
This was so much fun. I can't wait. Who's gonna be the next one that we're gonna interview? That you're gonna interview?
well, we're trying to get Perks. That's who we'd like to get next. Just kind of depends on schedules. So, yeah, either Perks or maybe Genghis. Both of them have alternating schedules. What I'd like to see, and I haven't talked to Scooby about this, so he's gonna find this out later. But I would like to see, because the last time we did like a team meeting type thing where it was Perks and Scooby, there was like a high demand for a podcast with those two. So I would
Yes.
really like to see Scooby in on the Perks interview. So that's something that I definitely want to get coordinated.
They are great together. They're just so funny. Both of them are hilarious.
Yeah, it was so natural when they were there too. Just like
Yeah.
they were able to build off of each other so easily.
Yes. I'm sorry. Sora's like choking. I'm like, sorry. Okay. Can you guys hear her choking?
Just like every once in a while. You
Okay.
just get a little hack here and there.
She's looking at me now.
All right. Well, I think that just about wraps it up now that we're a little past the hour. It was really fun to experiment with our rapid questionnaire.
I absolutely loved it. Loved
Lightning
loved
round.
it. Thank you so much for having me, ladies.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. This has
Yeah.
been like when we were talking about getting this podcast started, like you were the first person everyone thought of. Like who do we interview first? It's like obviously it's AB.
Thank you. I love every single one of you. I love Team Caladrius. And I can't wait to see what's out there. I'm definitely gonna be hosting all of them. Thanks, chat. You guys are amazing.
Bye for now.
See ya. See you next time.